Hi guys, welcome to my channel where we talk about all things nursing. Today I want to talk about how to leave the bedside. So to give you some background, I worked at the bedside for 2 years. I worked at 3 different hospitals and 4 different specialties. I did ICU, med-surg, neuro, and labor and delivery. The reason I tried so many different specialties was because I wasn't happy anywhere I went. I kept thinking, maybe med-surg isn't for me, maybe I'll try something different. Maybe neuro isn't for me, maybe I'll try something different. I did this over and over again until I reached the point where I realized the specialties were not the issue, the hospitals were not the issue, it was bedside as a whole. And when I realized that, I took some steps to leave. So the first thing that you need to do is, like I said, try a few different things to make sure that you're really ready to leave, because you want to be able to fully commit to this decision without having any doubts holding you back. Number 2 is, once you've decided that you're ready to leave the bedside, you need to treat applying to other jobs like a job. So I must have applied to, 25 jobs, and I got 3 interviews and 1 job offer. It's somewhat of a numbers game at a certain point. You have to be okay with some rejection, and you just have to keep applying over and over and over again, even when it gets discouraging. So number 3, apply to things even if you're not qualified for them. I read somewhere that men tend to do this more than women because they are taught at a very young age that they can be bold, they can apply to things that are maybe beyond their qualifications, and women have not been encouraged to do that so much. So you should be doing that. My current job actually asked for 3 years of experience. I applied with 2 years and they still took me, and it's been going great. Now that I'm in the job, feel overqualified for the job. So you should be applying to things even if you don't meet all of the qualifications. You might be surprised at who calls you back. Number 3, and this one was difficult for me, is to think about your nursing skills a little bit differently. So you might think that starting IVs might not be useful in a tech company like where I work, or an insurance company, but you need to start thinking about it differently, because the ability to start an IV, for example, means that you are detail-oriented, patient, and you have the ability to keep people calm in stressful situations. So start thinking about these technical skills like doing CPR, starting IVs, giving medication. Start to think about all of the soft skills that allow you to perform those technical skills, and talk about that in your interviews. Put that on your resume. Start seeing your skills in a little bit of a different light. They are still valuable even if it doesn't seem super relevant. And the last thing I'll say is trust your gut. If you have tried over and over to make the bedside work and you're just not happy, no matter what you do or where you go or what schedule you take on, if you are still miserable in the hospital, it's okay to leave. Just because your friend, your coworker is gonna stay and climb the clinical ladder and maybe go to nurse practitioner school, that's great for them, but that doesn't mean that that has to be your path. You know yourself better than anybody else, and it's okay to leave if you feel like it's time. I hope this information was helpful. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe, because next week I'm going to be talking about all of the different alternative nursing jobs that are out there, because there are so many options. So thank you for joining, and I will see you next time.